right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. And today we're going to be taking a look at Lattafa Fakhar. The long and short of it is this is a great fragrance and also a mysterious fragrance. So there's so many videos online that says this is a clone of YSL EDP. And I can kind of see that. I've never owned it, never had a sample of that, but every time I'm in a store, I spray it. It smells good. But people say this is Lattafa Fakhar Black. Nowhere on this label does it say that. It says Fakhar Lattafa here, and then it says Lattafa right here, and then it says Pride of Lattafa down there at the bottom, and then on the back it just says Eau de Parfum, Fakhar Lattafa 3.4, and it just gives some writing about the ingredients. Hopefully you can see that. This isn't the most brightly lit room. So we'll start off with the presentation. So this is a good presentation. Lattafa is a known cheapie, so there's no mystery surrounding that. This is like a premium cheapie. So I feel like we've got to step into an era of new cheapies that are like around $30, basically under 50, 30 to 50. And I think Lattafa makes really good fragrances, and I would say this is definitely an EDP concentration. When you open it up, here's the bottle right here. It is in a black bottle. You see it's black on the back here. Oh, shoot. It's black back here. And then it's a shimmery silver up front. And it does say Lattafa here. And it has some kind of ornate design. I don't know if that's a flower or some sort of something, symbol. And it definitely smells good. Like, you're not going to be able to smell it in the store, but you can pick this up from anywhere from probably around 30 bucks. I think it's like $23 on Amazon, but results may vary on prices. Giving it a spray, I don't want to waste anything. The atomizer is nice. I would say I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not the best one. You can't do a controlled spray like you can do with El Dorado Kingdom, but it's not cheap and kind of like squirty like you have with English Laundry. So off the top, I will say this brand is more consistent and better than English Laundry. Yes, still buy those, but like if you want to buy cheapies and you want to have the results be more consistent and have more solid fragrances, definitely hop into Lattafa, especially the Eau de Parfum, because they actually give you Eau de Parfum concentrations. So off the back, before I get into the notes, which are the mysterious part of this fragrance, I will say on me, this lasts 6 to 8 hours. You know, if you're outside in the heat, moving around in windy conditions, you're probably going to get 5 out of it. It's not going to last as long. But I feel like if you overspray, it can last 8 hours, but just beware. That initial, 30, 45 minutes, you might knock somebody out. So this is going to be a strong projecting fragrance if you overspray. I wouldn't say off the bat it's a beast mode fragrance. I would say it's a little lighter, a little sweeter, a little spicier. So it's balanced, it's sophisticated, it's mature, but probably don't overspray. I tend to go nose blind, and I think it'll last after 6 hours, especially if you're in an office setting. You'll be fine. So the mysterious part of this fragrance is not only the name, because everybody says Lattafa Black, but it just says Fakhar Lattafa. Watch all the videos you can. Nobody is going to be able to show you packaging or a bottle that says Lattafa Black. That's one thing. And the next thing we're going to talk about are the notes. So the note breakdown in this fragrance is kind of interesting. On Lattafa's website, it has a set of fragrance notes that are different from Amazon and Fragrantica. So we're going to go off of Lattafa, and it says top notes are bergamot, orris, marine, and then middle notes are violet, amber, and it says base notes are oak moss and patchouli. And I actually believe that, and I believe this scent blends very, very well. I think this is a great everyday, all-day scent that you could wear, on a date night out. You could wear this in the summertime, in the springtime. It may not be the best performer in the cold weather, but I think you could have it in chilly weather and be fine. I think you could wear this year-round. Just in the summer, it's going to kind of break away a little bit. But I would say this is like a middleweight fragrance and a good all-arounder. It's not, in my opinion, like for a teenager, and I think you will get compliments on this fragrance. I wouldn't say it's like a beast mode projector, so you may not get a ton of compliments. But if you work with people, you're in a shared space, office, cubicle, Uber, airplane, you're definitely going to get compliments. And overall, I would say this is like probably an 8.5 out of 10 as far as like fragrances that I like. I would describe it as sweet, spicy, and fresh, honestly. I feel like it's a combination of those three things. And I know a lot of people wouldn't describe it that way. I definitely smell the bergamot, the marine, the oak moss and patchouli, as well as the amber. I think the amber kind of sits back and kind of blends in with the other fragrances. The violet as well, but it definitely smells crispy and fresh. It is a masculine fragrance to me. A woman could wear it, but to me, it's definitely a man's fragrance. It says, a fragrance opens with crisp brightness of bergamot, the powdery sophistication of orris, and the refreshing allure of marine notes, setting in a captivating tone. And then it goes into some other stuff, but I would say, like, if you're on a date and somebody cozies up to you, it would smell good. You smell fresh, you smell sophisticated. It doesn't have like tonka bean to where it's like that warm, sweet, cozy like you would get from something like Eros. And Eros is still a little bit sharper because it does have the pineapple note, but I probably wouldn't wear it to the gym. I'd wear something like more light, fresh, a super cheapie, if you will, like the Blue Geo from Walmart or something like that. If you're like wanting to go cheap, just don't waste stuff on the gym. But I would say this is like a step above like regular cheapie fragrances, like your English Laundry, your Geo from Walmart. And with that being said, we'll look at Amazon's description of the fragrance as well. So they say it's silkwood blossom, mandarin orange, orange blossom are the top notes. Maybe some orange, but I don't really get that. And then it says night blooming, cereus, Bulgarian rose, vanilla, sandalwood, and tonka bean. I think they have this kind of mixed up with another fragrance. And just for kicks and giggles, we will go to the Fragrantica website, and it says apple, bergamot, ginger are the top notes. Lavender, sage, juniper berries, geranium are the middle notes. And it says tonka bean, cedar, amberwood, vetiver. So it smells good. It smells good. Oriental, spicy, sweet, and fresh is what I would say overall. If you like YSL, EDP, I would definitely pick this up. Like, you cannot find that fragrance on sale. It definitely smells sophisticated. It smells well blended.